Alright, we're talking about using a smartphone app like this, and we're going to try and transfer our skills from the app into an actual FPV drone. And the reason why I'm using this app is because, well, basically it's convenient. I can walk away, have a busy day and still play with this app and then put it away. And it's convenient because, you know, everybody has a little bit of time where they have to wait for a coffee or a bus, and this is much more easier than using a PC. If you're using a PC, then it's, you know, good to you, but for me this is more convenient. There's two versions for an app. You've got the Android version, which you probably need to download free rider, or for iOS users you probably want to use the DJI flight app, and for that it has some basic physics, but it usually works as a decent FPV simulator. And you've got two touch controls where you basically use your thumbs to control the left and right joystick, and from that is where I think helps you to fly the FPV drone like this. Okay, this is my setup. I'm using the actual FPV hardware for my DJI drone into the simulator, and we want to make sure that the expos on the simulator is similar to the goggles when you set it up. So what I'm going to do is, in the game, I'm just going to pause it here, and how I tame my settings is I go into the settings, custom, and then M mode, and I take a look at the expos, the max rate and the sensitivity, and try and mimic these figures into the goggles. So 0.2 for the yaw, 700 max rate, 120. The roll is about 150 sensitivity, 650 max rate, and expo is about 0.4, and the same for the pitch, 150, 650, 0.4. So I'll try and mimic these values into here so I can do this. These settings at the moment, I am trying to tune them for indoor and more precision flying through smaller gaps and stuff. So I'm going to see if it works on the simulator, and if it does, then I'll transfer these into the goggles itself. So after playing with the simulator for many hours, I finally tuned down the expos and rates to how I like it, so that I can do precision flying, especially going up this simulated steps and hovering, and just basically making sure that I can do precision maneuvers like you see here. Now if you go and pause the game and go into custom settings, then M mode, and you'll see the expos and rate settings that you can adjust. Here's mine. Just copy the three values for your roll and pitch. The values should be inputted into the goggles itself under the remote control system. Please note that these values work best with the touchscreen thumb controls. So I'm out in the real world, and I'm going to be flying off with my drone. As you can see, it's all prepped and ready, and I just want to basically show you how I control my joysticks out in the real world, because I've adapted them or customized them for low profile flying. As you can see here, the controls are custom M2 screws. These are about 8 centimeters long, and it's just how I like it. And the reason why I have that is basically basically, if I just swap my arm, the side of my thumb is resting on the side of the joystick, and tiny movements here and there prevent me from overshooting the controls and tame my movements altogether. So I get tiny movements in, and if I wanted to do a flip, just take the thumb off the side and just do a normal flip maneuver, as you can see. So I get the best of both worlds, and some people are complaining that you won't have quick response to the maneuvers if you wanted to do quick right hand movements. You won't be able to do that, but I beg to differ, and I think I do pretty well with this. And I'm only learning FPV, and it's only been maybe a day or two or a week to learn this type of flying, as opposed to gyro stabilized drones. The left stick, as you can see, trying to hold it, is basically the joystick, normal stock joystick, for which I use the pinch method and hold the joysticks with my thumb and finger, and it seems to be working alright for me. This thumb method I'm using on the simulator is an excellent way to control my FPV drones, and now using this alongside a low profile joystick on the real controller, you'll see that all the movements of the real drone is actually quite smooth. It's still early days for me to fly FPV, but I find myself flying cinematically and trying to do smooth movements. I hope that this method of learning FPV might help you. Please like and subscribe for some more hints and tips, and I'll leave you with this video.
鸳鸯双栖蝶双飞，满园春色惹人醉。悄悄问圣僧，女儿美不美？女儿美不美？说什么望轩富贵，怕什么戒律清洁，只愿天长地久，与我意中人儿紧相随，爱恋恋爱恋愿今生长相随。鸳鸯双栖蝶双飞，满园春色惹人醉。悄悄问圣僧，女儿美不美？女儿美不美？说什么望轩富贵，怕什么戒律清洁，只愿天长地久，与 我意，主人儿紧相随。爱恋爱恋，愿今生长相随。说什么忘却富贵，怕什么戒律清规，只愿天长地久。与我意，主人儿紧相随。爱恋爱恋，愿今生长相随。愿今生长相随，长相随。